Welcome, chat. We're having our first meal of the day. I have a little bit of jasmine rice, have a packet of soy sauce. This is it was about 3 ounces of rotisserie chicken and then a roasted um, Vidalia onion with some rich and sassy barbecue. This one is really boring, but tastes good. And then just trying to finish these meal preps that I have in the fridge so I can make new ones. But that's basically it. That's the only one we've had today. Had a little bit of protein in the coffee today. A scoop of unflavored whey protein and some coffee, and then some sugar-free caramel syrup. And then I top the rest off with water and ice. So that's all we have so far. I don't want to change this to words. Okay, let's see. Hey, what's up, you guys? What's up, chat? What are you guys doing? I'm trying to find some music. Mm, Nice. Nice. Trying to find a mix to put behind just to have like for background noise. Right now I'm having a meal before we start doing a workout. And yeah, just showing up today, hanging out, and hopefully we can have some good conversation today and just relax on camera. And then I'll take you through my routine. We are back. So yesterday was my first day I was able to be more mobile. And then today obviously would be like the second day. So we're kind of just back to the routine. After I eat this, then we're gonna start to walk on the walking pad. I want to try to get at least 10 minutes and then see how I feel. Um yeah, that's all I have so far. We can probably look at the garden later. And I do have to make a batch of rice. Um, I have some meal preps in there that I might just make into some fried rice. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. We'll see how I feel. I have to do a little bit of chores. We're just gonna hang out today. That's it. No, I'm gonna work out after I eat. Hello. Mm-mm. Yeah, I'm gonna just try to wake up. Also, I had a little bit of coffee, but I still feel a little bit tired. So appreciate you guys for the light. I'm trying to finish this, and then the walking will definitely help with digestion. So just want to get this out of the way, really. So usually we'll wait about an hour before we start eating. I'm gonna start before we start doing the workouts, but I mean, I really don't have an hour to wait. It's already 11:23. I'm a little behind schedule, about an hour behind. So yeah, I woke up a little tired, but good overall. I hope you guys are having a good day. And I was inspired to have a conversation or, tell my live stream about what I was thinking about earlier. Um, But once I gather my thoughts, I'll talk about it later. But appreciate you guys for the taps. Appreciate you guys. What you guys doing? Appreciate the likes. Thank you. But we want to see. Probably have to show you guys the garden after the workout. I want to do Pilates today. See how it makes my jaw feel. We had wisdom teeth surgery, so they told me not to work out. At least for the first 4 days. So even walking around that time was too much. Although they said that that was okay. I just can't. I couldn't at that point. So finally, I'm at a place where I can. And so today will be the first day back doing Pilates. And I guess we'll go through it together to see how I feel. And if I can't, or if it starts to throb, basically, or get inflamed, then we might switch to yoga if that's still too much. Then we'll just probably walk, and that's it. What's going on, y'all? What are you guys doing? What's everybody doing in the chat? It's Monday, right? Yeah, Monday, 11:25 in the morning. I partially want to open the garage. Uh, it's kind of cold this morning too. I think that's also kind of why I was a little tired. Mm, the temperature was perfect, so I kind of felt like I wanted to stay in bed, but I'm really glad I got up. But yeah, does anybody have any plans for today? Are you going to get a workout in? Are you going to go to work? Mm, I'm so glad I can eat real food now at this point too. Mm, mm. And I had a little bit of chocolate. I had a square of some, I think it's 73% or 75% chocolate. And I paired it with my coffee and it woke me up a little bit. Mm. We did edit for our video too. And that should go up today about 7:30. Um, we have a drink review, an energy drink review. It's supposed to be fun and kind of like to break up all the seriousness. So hopefully you guys have fun seeing that. I woke up today and I felt just grateful that I can move again. You know, appreciate you guys for the lights. Mm, so yeah, we'll see. Mm. Let's see if I can bring up the chat on here. My phone's gonna die. Okay. I'm about to be finished. Then we'll adjust the camera. I feel like I should make another coffee because it's 11:30. Mm, I might have to. I feel like I used a lot of that mental output for editing this morning. That was one of the first things I did when I woke up. So let's do that. We'll make a coffee. Hmm. Oh man. And they said I couldn't swish aggressively. So I'm like trying to like they said to tilt my head slowly, but I'm like, that's still not enough. So I'm like, I'm at the point where I'm like in the in between where I can like swish and not be like feeling pain or being uncomfortable, I guess. So I just can't wait for it to be over. I can't wait. But I don't know. I kind of compare it to like just being sick and just being just basically ungrateful. You know what I mean? Like whenever you're well, and then whenever you can't use your body in the same practical way that you normally would when you're healthy, to then be limited, and then realize like, oh wow, like I do that just without thinking, or I engage this muscle more than I realize, or I just take it for granted. So I'm glad and appreciative to even be able to get my wisdom teeth taken out, if that makes sense. And to really feel the dopamine from working out, having a nice routine, a routine that I enjoy, a routine that I like, to have it all be stripped away and then make me like really appreciate my life. Not that I wasn't already participating and liking it in the same moment, but you know what I mean? You kind of miss what your life was, even though it's really like, you know, simple stuff like eating normal and eating what you want, sleeping on your side, all that. So I'm just grateful. Okay, let's set you guys down here. Throw that away. My hair clip's falling out. Oh my god. This hair clip's broken. Look at that. All my clips break. Let's put this. So today we've had um, let's track all of our macros. Let's see. Start tracking for Monday, the 30th. One scoop whey protein. Uh, see, 6 ounces of coffee, 2 pumps sugar-free caramel. Let's see, half a packet of soy sauce, 3 ounces rotisserie chicken, half a cup jasmine rice, a quarter of a medallion onion, and I think that's it. I think that's all we had. Oh, I forgot barbecue. Who the fuck is Jan? Appreciate you guys. Thank you for the likes. Hope you guys are having a good day. We're just going through a routine today. We're going to be working out in a little bit. We're going to make coffee. We're going to go out to the garden. And that's all I really have planned for today. We're taking it easy. We're just relaxing. I'm on in the background, basically. We have probably sugary rotisserie. 1 tablespoon rich and sassy barbecue sauce from Famous Steve's. And that's all. This is not enough. We might have to have a yogurt as soon as I'm done. It just depends how long we walk for, so. Mm. So far we have a range here of we'll just do the high end. So 435 calories for the day so far, 54 grams of protein, 40 carb, 10 fat. Oh, I forgot my chocolate. 1 square chocolate Hawaiian sea salt from it's 72 cacao from, what's the brand? Choco Love. I don't know if you guys have ever had this before. I don't know if you like dark chocolate either, but this one's really good. The sea salt one is good. But hey, just that's okay. Okay, so we have 495 for our calories, 55 protein, 45 carb, and 14 fat. And that's perfect because I do feel full. I feel satiated. And I do feel a little bit tired. I don't know if we should have. I feel like the endorphin, if I feel tired during our walk after 10 minutes, then I think at that point, then I'll make another coffee. But oh my God, it's 11:38. Should we just do it? Coffee or no coffee, chat? Should we just make one? I feel like we should. Let's see. I could also have tea. A green tea, or a black tea. Let's do that. Let's have some tea instead. Just because it's just way easier at this point. I don't want to really brew a whole cup of a whole pot of coffee for just 1 cup, really. So let's do a little bit of black tea. And we'll put this little cup underneath there. 6 ounces. We'll get us a bag of tea. Some milk. Put that in there. Let it steep. Mm, dude, why do these people keep asking me where I'm from? It's creeping me out. All right, don't keep asking me that. Let's see. Yeah, no, that's creepy. Okay. Oh my God, this is like a perfect 6 ounces of water. Jesus Christ. Ugh, okay, I need to put this in a different cup. Let's see. Oh, let me put this in this. Okay, the Grinch, some Christmas. And we'll let it steep for a little. Let that hang out there. Turn that off. Okay, and then we'll wait, and then I'm gonna put a little ice on it. Let's put it in this one. Ugh. Did this even turn on? No, it did. This one's sparkly. No. That sucks. Mm. What happened to all of these? I can't use any of those. Seems like every cup I pulled out is no good. We can just drink it out of this one. It's fine. I was trying to get you guys a. I was trying to get you guys a, what do you call it? A clear cup so you can see it. Oh, let's use it. Let's use one of these. Can I get this apart? Nope. Okay. Some ice. All right. All the way to the top. Appreciate you guys for the likes. And I like the Keurig because it doesn't it doesn't usually get like hot enough. And it's kind of perfect a lot of times. Our compost bag. Let's go ahead and there's just a bunch of kitchen scraps in here. I just like to open up the tea bag and then dump out the contents of the bag basically. Try to get as much as I can out. The tea bag itself is not compostable, so just have to use the ground. So that you can see there's a bunch of kitchen scraps in there, and then some cardboard, uh, like paper, basically from packaging and stuff like that, like online packages. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Give me 1 second, you guys. Okay, and pour that over top. Perfect. And then I was gonna do a little lavender, but maybe not. Just a little vanilla. We're kind of coming down to this last few days for what do you call it? The last few days for our prep, our diet prep. Appreciate you guys for the likes. So sometimes it's not so much things I want to have, like to eat, like items and stuff like that, except for pizza. I don't know why I want pizza. I've been saying I wanted pizza since like Monday, since I got my wisdom teeth pulled. I think that's why. But because they told me I couldn't have dairy, and then the lady advised me that I didn't have it the day before because sometimes the anesthesia gets affected by that. But I think she was kind of like, I never heard her voice before. She seemed new, and I was also reading online um that I guess it only affects people if they have like actual anesthesia with like an IV and stuff like that. I had like an oral pill sedation, so I guess it just wasn't common for something like that. I think she overwhelmingly told me that just out of precaution on her end. Thankfully, grateful for her, but it was actually unnecessary for me. Regardless, not like I was gonna just eat pizza, but I think that idea of like saying no, you can't have it, and then it just kind of makes you feel like a child where you're like, I they told me no, so I now I want it kind of thing. So, but I didn't want to just buy pizza. I wanted to make pizza, and I figured we could make pizza for stream whenever we do Twitch again. So we are, I think, we're affiliated now. Well, don't let me say anything, and then I lose my follows. But from that point, I was saying that we would do Chef Boyardee there. So it's basically just like a segment where I just cook on camera, but and I've just been doing that since 2022. It's like a really, really like I don't know how to explain it. Just energetic segment where you're just hanging out with me like while I'm cooking. And it's kind of like a bird's eye view or a POV sometimes. So it's just fun. It's just meant to be fun. So uh at that point, I guess we could save the pizza for Twitch. If anything. And oh no, I think I let the cats in here. Are you in here? I can hear her bell. Come on, let's go. Come on, get out. Maybe. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Domino, you too. I seen you, fat ass. Fucking fat. Come on. What you do? Come on. Look at me. Yeah. Let's go. We're leaving. Domino think this is a game. Every time Padme's in heat, Domino always fucking punks her. Gets her ass beat by Domino. You taking advantage of her? Look, she got scared as shit. She won't want to leave now. Oh, stop. She always thinks she's in pain. She's like trapped somewhere. She's not feeling trapped. Padme, we're gonna get rid of you in a second. She's gonna be so loud. It's gonna be louder than the music. Okay, let me set you guys up right here. We're gonna get Padme out of here. Then we're gonna start walking. I'm glad we took that time to make that tea because it kind of gives me some time to digest, which is good. Usually we wait an hour. Okay. Mama, come on. Let's go. You guys want to see Padme chat? Shook his hell. Shook his hell. Come on. What do you want? Okay. Awesome. Mmm. That tastes good with that. With a little bit of sugar-free vanilla and just one black bag of black tea. Came out pretty good. Okay. Let's start walking. I have my phone here for counting steps and to read chat if we need to. Okay. Gosh, I'm tired, and it's good we're doing this. Appreciate you guys for the likes, so that way I could de-bloat a little bit. I feel fucking bloated, bitch. That whey protein, it always makes me feel fat as hell. I always get so bloated from dairy. So that's why we were saying yesterday I was trying to give like a rundown of like what our days leading up to going to Coachella will look like in terms of activity, excuse me, in terms of activity, and then the foods that we're eating. So um I have yesterday, today the 31st and the 1st of April will be um we'll be having whey protein, and then after the first, no more whey protein. We're just gonna do pea protein up until the time I go, because I get really broken out from dairy specifically, and especially from the kind of whey protein that I have. It's concentrate. I didn't ever realize that the isolate form of whey was a little bit better on my skin. Didn't break out as much. Also, I was reading that that is true for a lot of people, but I didn't actually pay attention to it, and I don't really know for certain if that actually made a difference for me. So mine is definitely concentrate. And I have another 5 pound container, another 5 pound container of it. So I just wish I didn't have that, but it is what it is. I'm gonna use it, but it is a bummer after learning that. But yeah, so we're not gonna have any whey protein after the first. And then we'll just reintroduce it back whenever I get back from Coachella. So the middle of April, we'll just keep going like regular. I mean, I could care less, but it's for the sake of, being photographed and, so I might as well. And to have just an easier time. I get kind of like cystic acne, so it gets like under the skin in some areas. Some areas it comes to a head, but most of the time it is just like under the surface of the skin. So it kind of gets uncomfortable, especially like in the heat like that, being so dry. Sometimes I produce more oil. It makes it more of an uncomfortable experience. It's painful whenever you're traveling, and then you kind of forget you have blemishes. You might accidentally hit them, and then it hurts, and it's just a kind of like a uncomfortability thing. So I'm like, if I can make it go away, why not? For the sake of me traveling, one less thing to be uncomfortable about. So, so yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And then I I figured that I would I already made a grocery list for what I'm gonna take to Coachella. And then I figured I could take you guys with me, or maybe do like a grocery haul like once I'm there, of me putting the items in the cart. I don't know if people would want to see that. I don't know if people might need preparation ideas for when they go to Coachella. I like to eat good. I don't know about anybody else. When I'm camping, or when I'm not home, if I'm traveling, a lot of the time, some people might be going for like sightseeing, or like, just the pure, you know, um, you know, the hangout, the people you're with, the environment you're in. Me, I'm there for the food, baby. I'm there for the food every time. So if it's the case where I don't find anything, when I'm there to purchase, when I come back to camp, I know that I want to look forward to just having some sort of normalcy whenever I'm there, which is something I cooked or made. So I'm going to be prepping some food that I'm going to take in my like little cooler. I could show you guys recipes for that. It's going to be really fun. Just interesting too, just to see how I would prefer to eat when I'm there. Just like kind of give you insight to how limited you might be. And then, you kind of just need to survive with, excuse me, for 3 days. So it gets a little tough. Um, I know one year I was really constipated because I didn't have enough fiber for the amount of protein that I was eating. And it was absolutely terrible. It was terrible. It was terrible. I had the worst time ever. Um, but thankfully that won't be my issue. Not this time. I'm gonna bring Metamucil because it comes in a powder form and it's, easily digestible, water soluble. But also kimchi. I'm gonna be making kimchi before I go. There's two different recipes I like to cycle through. I think I'm gonna make a sweeter one that's spicy. Um, and I'll show you guys the recipe. And then I have a tiny little airtight container that I'm going to put it in. I couldn't find a metal one. I figured that one would have been perfect, but I might be able to find one. I might be able to. Um, and then uh, let's see, some fruit as well, obviously. And then yeah, but that's the main things. And I know I'll be just fine with the kimchi. Um, Honestly, the way my body works, I don't really even need the fucking fruit at that point if I'm having kimchi. So that's just one of the things I'm gonna be prepping. I know I was gonna have some stuff for like lattes whenever I'm there, stuff for cocktails, things like that. So I'll show you guys what I'm gonna buy for that. I'm gonna bring my mixology thing so we can make cocktails and drinks and basically bring my cafe from home to there whenever I'm camping. And then I'll probably have somebody record whenever I'm there so that way you guys can see the setup for camp and like see the setup for whenever I make drinks and whatever the case is. So um then I guess we'll probably have a couple more streams before we leave. And then maybe even like some prep shorts that are going to go on the channel just before I leave. And then we might not be able to post anything else until I basically come back, unless there's a place where I could like upload there, but the connection is usually terrible. It's such a concentrated place where everybody's trying to, reach a signal. So it gets really congested and slow. Um, so that's if I can edit, honestly, if I could edit a good portion of it while I'm there, if my connection even allows that, which I think it would since the videos are downloaded and that's basically it. But then as soon as I get out of there, post up somewhere because I'm already gonna have to do that too. Charge my phone, have breakfast. We're gonna do all of that. So wherever I end up hanging out after the festival, then just upload there. But we'll see. We'll definitely see. I think that's all I really have planned. Not much else after that. But yes, what are you guys going to be doing today? Is there anything in particular that you're going to get done today? Maybe you have to go to work. Maybe there was something for you that you had planned. Maybe I don't know. maybe a workout, maybe means to better yourself. Maybe it was a hobby. I don't know. Okay. We'll check our steps in a second here too. What's chat saying? Somebody else says, "Is this your bedroom?" I'm fucking screaming. Something. I do 150 pushes a day. Word. Pushes are hard. That's cool. Tell him I'm fucking dead. Hell yeah. Thank you, chat. Shut the fuck up. Ain't shade too. I'm dead. That's funny. I was reading that like, should he get muted? Because I don't like that. He, not the broken hearts. I'm dead. What's going on, chat? What you guys up to? Appreciate you guys for the likes. Okay, let's check our steps. So far we have excuse me, for this last hour we had 486. So we're barely getting any movement right now. All right, chat, chill. I'm gonna be a bully about it, but I appreciate you. All right, one time's enough. One time's enough. And then what's going on, chat? What you guys doing? All right. Getting creepy and weird. The funny is he was creepy and weird. And then he told some other guy to stop being creepy and weird, and then he decided to be weird himself. So it's just different. And he said he was gonna go home to his woman, and then said that the integrity, y'all. Integrity, crazy. Appreciate you guys for the likes. Let's see. Appreciate you guys for the likes. Oh my god. I really want to like rinse my mouth out from eating all of that. My doctor said we couldn't swish really, really hard, so I feel like it's just uncomfortable right now. Mm. I want to open the door a little bit. Mm-mm. Yeah, no, this one don't get it. Creepy. Mm. Yep. I hope that's better. Because at this point, I can't really tell now. Okay. Let's keep going. I do feel warm. In a like an uncomfortable way. Let's see. Gosh. Someone said I just got engaged. That's crazy. Woohoo! Got to give the chat a name. Can a guy wear those tights? Are they comfortable? Do they make them for men? Most of the time, it's just like compression, and yeah. And most of the time, I've seen men usually wear them, but like with shorts on top. I I don't know what they're trying to say. Let's see. Got to give chat a name. Well, our last chat was the mob. Mob crazy ass men. I kind of like that one, but I don't know if we should have different names for different chats, but I kind of want to just name everybody the mob in here. And that's just like our, if, because the mob just gets bigger and bigger. So I think so. I like that. The mob. Appreciate you guys for the likes. Is our stream lagging, chat? Oh yeah, put that work in. Appreciate you. Let's see. I feel like it's lagging a little bit. Oh man. Hey, what's going on, chat? What you guys doing? Let's read what chat's saying. Let's see. Okay. Did you know that resistance training is actually a fast way of losing weight? Treadmill is good, but not as better than actually resistance. If you can get a hold of a stair climber, I suggest that. That's the thing, y'all. I just use what I have. I don't think that there is a doubt in my mind that if there's something that you guys know you can stick to, I would always recommend just do that. Whatever you can consistently show up to do, anytime you get into the gym, especially if you don't like the gym at first, if you don't know what to do at the gym, find something you like to do first, just to get you committed to showing up. You know, I just try to meet people where they're at that point. You know, I would never recommend anybody try to go imitate somebody else, do whatever is working for them. You know, you could always try somewhere to be influenced and all that, and test things out, see if you're failing in these areas, see what you're doing wrong at least. But I feel like everybody has a general idea, a general idea. And then what is it going to take for you to just keep showing up to those fundamentals or the things that you know in the back of your mind that are completely, true and right that will work for you. After that, expound on, where you can improve. How can you optimize? But just like with weight training, especially if you want to build anything, I would start with time under tension, with resistance, with progressive overloading the muscles, starting with tiny increments and having some sort of measurable load. Track your progress. When it comes to cardio, I always tell people do whatever you like to fucking do. Do whatever you like to do first, no matter what. Because if it's the case that it comes down to you having a day where your motivation's gone, your inspiration has faded, your life has, run its course or got in the way of your routine or whatever the case is, and you don't want to go above and beyond for the expectation that you set in the very, very beginning, and you're at this place where it's like, oh, it's all or nothing. And then you're like, well, I don't have access to what I normally do for my cardio, so I won't do it. You'll make an excuse. Be comfortable doing something you know you can show up to do no matter what happens in your life. It's one of those obstacles I feel like for people to just keep making an excuse if they don't have it all right and perfect or optimal even. So by all means, just once you get past that point of excuses, things that are going to completely stop you from continuing your journey, then at that point, yeah, sure, like see where you can basically, how would you say it, like be as efficient as possible every time you go in there. Yeah, sometimes people struggle just getting to the gym. Sometimes people struggle making the choice to even go, or still making that choice to commit to their diet, or making that choice to make no excuse and do whatever they need to do to get their body moving in general. So don't take it from me. Obviously, be better than me, but use what you have. Use that. Use anything at your disposal. Don't make an excuse that you need to be comparing yourself to somebody's end result or comparing yourself to somebody's maintenance. Um, it is, I, on this channel, I show you guys how to do things on a budget, because I try to meet people where they're at every single time. When I turn the camera off, I could be doing the most, but I like to show you guys how to not make an excuse. So it's just that simple. Don't worry about what you know you probably would do better with. Don't worry about trying to get there the fastest. You know what I mean? A lot of those suggestions, like this one here about the resistance treadmill, sometimes that comes from a projection or a place where someone's like, "Hey, I want you want the fastest results. You want to get there as fast as possible." I if that works for you, do it. But for long-term results, for longevity, to keep the weight off, to mitigate cravings or yo-yo diets or putting your mind basically in this place where you're disrupting your hormones completely to where now you are affecting your brain in a way where it needs to just only survive and store and always be in sort of like a famine mentality and being in like a limiting mindset all the time. Causes purging, it causes binging, causes inconsistency in your lifestyle when it comes to incorporating fitness. It comes to inconsistency when it comes to eating well and choosing better. Um, so yeah, I think slow and steady when it comes to weight loss will always be what I would prefer people to do and what I, you know, obviously live. So if that works for you, if you don't have any time, you're gonna die tomorrow, then yeah, go ahead, go right ahead and and completely restrict your diet below base level, below maintenance calories, or not maintenance calories, but below your natural BMI, um, your resting metabolic index, below there, and watch your hair thin, watch your hair texture dissipate, watch your skin have a dull appearance. Go ahead and watch yourself crave more than you were. Go ahead and watch yourself rebound hunger, and go ahead and watch yourself gain that weight back faster than you're able to lose it. And let those results be there for 2 weeks, and then watch yourself go back to your old ways that you never really took the time to strip away from you, that were getting you farther away from your goals in the first place. So it doesn't matter if there's better ways. It doesn't matter if there's faster ways. My point is use what you have. Use what you have and accept that it's going to take a long time. A long time. It's a lifestyle change. It's your new life. It never goes away. If you start to change your life to eat better, to be in a deficit, to lose weight, to work out more than you normally did, you need to accept that that's going to be your life now. Accept it. Because as soon as you get to that goal where you are finally able to feel okay with you, if that's why you're working out, to feel okay with yourself, and you finally see your result in front of you, and then you stop doing all those things, and you never build tolerance, and you never actually learn how to satisfy your mind or your brain whenever you're eating, how to feel full, what your body needs on a regular day, where your maintenance is, where your deficit actually lies, where your calorie intake is for gaining muscle mass, all of those things. If you never learn any of those things, if you never adopt fitness into your everyday after you receive your results, you will absolutely go right back to where you started. So I encourage you, take your time. Slow motion is definitely way better than no motion. So um, accept that there are better ways out there, and don't go into debt doing it either. There's so many ways that you can make small incremental success and progress on a budget. um, that's it. That's really all I have to say about that. I'm from the USA, you guys. Welcome, you guys. Excuse me. So true. I'm freaking dead. My main up has always been diet because I get cravings a lot. But now I try to learn how to cook better than fast diet supplements, which don't work. It's absolutely true. There's no such thing as fucking skinny tea. There's no such thing as the one diet fits all kind of thing. It's just whatever you can show up to do every day. whatever you commit to. Like the cardio analogy, whatever you can keep showing up to do is the exercise, and the god damn it, the exercise and the diet that you guys should do is what you can commit to at first, especially what can keep you showing up, that can keep you in a downward trend of weight loss if that's your goal. So let's see. I need to hear something more. We also have to fucking pee. What time is it? Okay, let's check our steps. We're at 2K steps so far for the day. And our weekly average is really low because we just got off of having surgery for my wisdom teeth. So we're back to our routine, thankfully. I'm gonna leave this on and I'm gonna go pee and I'll be right back, you guys. So here. You guys can hang out. I'll see you guys in a second, okay? I'm gonna charge the phone. Plug up the phone a little bit. I'll be right back. We're back, chat. Oh man. Another thing I noticed too, we do these energy drink reviews. They're fun to make, but man, I feel like a day after I have an energy drink, I get really lethargic. I almost have like a withdrawal from the amount of caffeine that I'm having. It doesn't compare to my espresso or my coffee. I think it just doesn't. It always makes me feel tired the next day. So bear with me. I think we're gonna have another cup of coffee because basically it just kind of shocks my tolerance a little bit when it comes to the amount of caffeine that I'm having. Let's see. I don't know if our thing is slowing down. Oh, never mind. Hello, what's going on, you guys? We're back. I'm gonna take you guys back into the kitchen. We're gonna leave the tripod here. And then we're gonna make another coffee. So I should have made that espresso. I knew that tea wasn't gonna do fucking shit for me. I knew it. Padme's over there. You see her? You sleep? She's going through it. I think she wasn't in heat for maybe a week. And then after that, just went downhill. I didn't have any time really. Poor thing. She almost got fixed, but then I had to get my wisdom teeth surgery. And the lady said that the next appointment was like months out. So, so we're gonna have to wait again, and I might have to change the date too. On top of that, okay, let's see. So let's make a little bit of coffee. Um, Let me rinse this up. I don't know if there's any residual soap in here. Okay, let's do this. We'll heat up some water. Oh my. Oh, and then we'll throw the compost out too a little later. Put some hot water in there. Try to get it as hot as possible. So that way it just takes a little less time to heat up. We'll get some espresso. Or actually, I'm not gonna do espresso. I'm just gonna do a regular French roast. What the? Oh no! Are you guys okay? Are you good? Are you okay? Put a little water on there. Make the filter. Help it a little bit. That thing down. Some of these. I don't know if I. Oh, a little bit of coffee here. I'm gonna make some coffee, you guys, and I'm gonna go back to the treadmill. Appreciate you guys for the likes. What did I use the comments? And then what was I gonna say? Then we'll go out to the garden for a little bit. We're just getting some hours here, like watch time hours and stuff like that. So we're having a slow walk, a slow day. While we tracked my macros together, we inputted all my food uh in my log for the food on my phone. We did that together. We've already walked for about an hour. I would say maybe in total, probably 30 minutes, honestly, because the first half of our video, we were just having our first meal. That was half a cup of jasmine rice, 3 ounces of chicken, tablespoon of richly sassy barbecue, quarter of a roasted onion. And now I think we just had a 6 ounce cup of black tea with a pump of sugar-free vanilla in there. And then also had a large cup like this of, I think it would have been 1 cup of coffee, or no, half a cup of coffee, um, 20 ounces of water, and a scoop of whey protein, and then 2 pumps of this sugar-free caramel. And I think that's all we've had today so far. Might have to eat again in a little bit. That's all we're doing right now. Making a pot of coffee so I can have a cup of coffee. All right, let's see. We'll just wait for that to click. Might have to have another muscle meal. I think what we're gonna have. We're just trying to finish these. Just trying to finish all these meals that I have in here. I have a roasted tomato, half cup jasmine rice, 3 ounces of shredded chicken in there too. I also have some foie gras, like toppings for that soup that I made yesterday. I made pho last night. So I have a bunch of Thai basil, limes. Oh no. A bunch of Thai basil, a bunch of limes, and some bean sprouts, some rice noodles, some pho noodles. So I'll probably make some more bowls with that stuff. And then I'll probably spoon some of the broth onto the meals. And I'm just gonna spoon it on there because I don't want to get too full from all the liquid and stuff like that. So that's probably what I'll do for some of the other meals that we make. I also thought maybe I could take those meals and turn them into a fried rice, and then just use up the rest of the egg whites that I have because I do have to use them up. So maybe we'll do that. I can't wait. Can't wait. Appreciate you guys for the likes. What's everybody doing today, chat? What you guys getting into today? Okay. In the meantime, and then top it off with some more water. And I might not finish this all. Might not. A sugar-free caramel pump. Whoa, that went everywhere. Shoot. Let me get a spoon. Okay. So let's try it. Mm-hmm. Okay. That one. And then any more of this water? We'll let that steep. Let's go back outside. All the girls are sleeping. Ew, collie. Ew. Mrs. May, she looks like she's been through it. Look at you. You look like a rag doll. You got your fucking ass beat. With all that hair all around her. Her coat is it's shedding, so it literally comes off in clumps. Poor girl. Everybody thinks she always starves. around this time of year because she gets so thin and like her fluff made her look fat. And so like I don't know. She's just a thin cat naturally. So she's about to look really scrawny. Okay, let's see. I'm tired. I think we're done with the walking. I'm gonna just take a break really quick mentally. Hang out with you guys. We can read some comments. We can chit chat. And then no, I don't have a dog. And if I did, I'd want to have a big dog. But for this house, I'd probably have a small dog. Because I have kitty cats that are pretty skittish. Um, yeah, I just live with some of the most skittish cats ever. All of these cats. Um, but it's okay. I think a tiny dog would probably be better for the cats. But I don't want to get a dog. I have a garden in the backyard. So and I don't want to pay for training or any of that or go through a puppy phase. So I definitely don't although I have the capacity, I really don't want a dog right now, especially. Oh no. Oh, never mind. It's the same one. Is our stream cutting out, you guys? Does it look chopped? Let me see how it looks. Let's see. Okay. Where's my coffee? Oh, behind me. It's like we just brought it out here. And I already lost it. Okay, we have half a cup of coffee. I think this is dark French roast. And then a pump of sugar-free caramel. And then it's diluted with some water. I can't wait to go outside. We're gonna get a little bit of sun. Right now it's a little overcast. I still put some sunscreen on just for the sake of it. And I feel like we should I feel like I should make a preparation list for Coachella, kind of like a checklist of all the things I purchased and all the things I need to accomplish and get ready for before I go to Coachella because I'm going to be taking some coolers, some ice chests and stuff like that. So part of me kind of wants to clean them out. Also, I want to gather some bottles and cans and get them all prepped, cut them, and then put them in here. I also have to take a bunch of these boxes to a dumpster, literally. I'm gonna take them to the shopping center around the corner from my house because I don't want to like take them all the way down to the dump. So I figured, why not? Just hurry up and get it all taken care of. Um, and if all my junk doesn't fit there, shit, bitch, I'm going to the next one. I'm going. I'm going to the next one to throw all my shit away. Just so we can clear this space out because it's literally look, it's just a pile of Amazon boxes and junk. So, um, and that's just me. I just don't make an excuse. I don't want to go all the way down to the dump. It's kind of out in the boonies where I live, and I don't want to wait in the line to dump. I really don't. I don't want to wait in a line there. It's just like I feel like it's just too hot. Also, um, I'd rather just go down the street to dump all this stuff. Um, yeah, and then I have to clean out these ice chests that I'm going to be taking. Um, clean them out, to give them a good scrub, and that's basically it. That's all I got. just mentally relax a little bit because we just got done from doing the treadmill a little bit. So just gonna relax here some. Mm, okay. I'm gonna see where our intake is compared to our output for energy. I think I need to eat again. I'm gonna probably have a break for some more food. So let's see. And I'll read you guys our macros and calories that we started with before we worked out. And that starting place was 495 calories. Um, I usually do the lower end range for my protein whenever it's an estimate. It's 53 grams right now. I have 45 carb, we have 14 fat, 2K steps. And I'm gonna just see how much we burned. And I usually go for the low end. Um, I'll eat again just to get my energy back up. And thankfully, I have a bunch of carbs in the meal preps that I have. The goal today is just to finish those ones that I had with like remaining in the fridge. Those ones were sitting out for a couple days in the fridge. Then I had to move them to the freezer because I had my wisdom tea taken out. Couldn't even eat the food because it was solid food. So I put it back in the fridge. They defrosted, and now I'm just eating them all today. That way I can make some new ones. Let's see. Yeah, it's good. Relax a little. You don't want to overdo it. Right. That's how I'm feeling. I don't want to kind of push too much and then kind of have like a bad day after. So let's see. We're gonna have a snack right now when we go back in there, chat. We're gonna take a break for that because we've been on for what is this, an hour and 30 minutes. So yeah, I need it. So let's go ahead and have another meal. I need carbs and I need more chicken. So thankfully I have that already prepped. So let's do that. I think I'm gonna skip on the yogurt right now and probably have that tonight as like a sweet treat. I don't really feel like having anything sweet, and I just try to take that into consideration, especially when we're coming back down to these last few days when we're dieting down. I don't want to. Basically, I the closer I get to the goal from cutting, a lot of the time I'll start to crave sweet. That's just me. That's not everybody. Normally, whenever I'm not dieting, I usually just prefer salt anyway. So, or either that or my period's coming. So it's either one of those two. They've been in a deficit for quite a while. I'm getting leaner, and I just usually crave sugar. Um, so then you'll start seeing me add more like like sugar-free syrup in my coffee, or if I have a whey protein shake and it's unflavored, it's not enough, like I'll put the flavoring in those items. Or like today I started with a square of dark chocolate, 72% cacao. And so things here and there, like I'll just be like wanting a little bit of sugar, but not obviously a tremendous amount, thankfully. Don't really have a sweet tooth because I usually drink a lot of water, and I usually have balanced meals to the point where I don't crave sugar. So that's just it. And then I usually pace the meals throughout the day pretty good so that even in the nighttime I don't crave sugar. A lot of the time, you'll see people don't drink enough water in the day. They don't have balanced meals, and by the nighttime, they're craving. So, and then they are led to believe, oh, I have a sweet tooth. I have this, that, and the third. It's like, yeah, you probably didn't. Could be the case. I'm not saying it's you. I'm just saying it could be the case that you didn't actually handle your foundation, and it's kind of led you to have a sweet tooth. I don't think it's inherently a lot of people's personality a lot of the time to be a sweet tooth kind of person. So I would think about that. I would definitely take some time and just consider or evaluate or have a little self awareness of how you ate in the day, and you might find that that goes away. So just food for thought. Um, so oh, and then also another one too. Sometimes I'll have like sauce packets, like ketchup or barbecue. There's a lot of sugar in those things too. Ketchup is usually lower in calorie than barbecue sauce is. And usually in the beginning of the cut, I want, more salty things or higher sodium things like mustard if it was sauce or, high calorie food. But that's just like, I'm sure that's anybody. Um, until self-respect sort of kicks in and then carries over, or discipline, or wanting the goal so badly that those things don't really don't even interest me at that point, which takes a lot of work and a lot of like realizing, in order to be able to separate yourself from food. It's very, very hard to do. So just to give you some insight for things that occur in patterns with me whenever I'm trying to diet down. So this week, maybe the last 9 days up until we go to Coachella, you'll notice a little bit more sugar free stuff, a little bit more sweet things, and just to sort of, you know, keep my hormones and my mind at a baseline, especially because this week it will be my period soon. So, had that not been the case, I don't think I'd be saying this. So, yeah, it's just the way it is. Let's go have a meal. I was gonna keep walking, but then I realized we had been walking for like 40 minutes at this point, or 30, or we at least got like 2K steps, and I'm feeling a little low energy. So the best thing to do is just replenish with food, fuel, and then also I've been chasing a caffeine high since we did a energy drink review a few days ago. And then from that day, before then, I didn't have caffeine because I had surgery for my wisdom teeth. So it spiked my tolerance. And then the next few days, like not enough caffeine ever really made I never like felt suffice, with the cups of coffee that I was having that weren't espresso. So just a little bit of caffeine withdrawal. Thankfully, no headache, especially since I'm taking anti-inflammatory drugs for the wisdom teeth anyway. So if I had not been doing that, and if I had been just without caffeine in general, who knows if I would have probably just had a withdrawal headache as well. But I think because of the ibuprofen, it's mitigated that and stopped that. So that wasn't my experience, thankfully, this time around. I know the first time I quit caffeine for a month, it was headaches every single day, and I couldn't sleep. Or after the first 2 weeks, I couldn't sleep. Then the rest of the month, I was sleeping fantastic, better than I've ever slept in my whole life. But yeah, so I'm taking ibuprofen for the inflammation for my wisdom teeth. But I'm saying, like, I wasn't going to be having any caffeine, spicy food, alcohol, and extreme intense workouts because I didn't want to cause any inflammation to the wound sites. So we did do energy drink review after 5 or 6 days, and it was 200 milligrams of caffeine for the energy drink. And then since then, I'm just kind of been trying to build my tolerance back up to that because I had basically just been cold turkey. So my energy levels are a little down. So I'm gonna just chase with some water these days, especially since we also had a little bit of creatine in our coffee for the past 3 days. So just trying to keep the water high, and then no more caffeine after 12 p.m. And that way we could still sleep good. So let's see. Dang, a whole bunch of comments. Let's catch up. Mm, let's see. Yes, yes, I do get sunlight every day. If I'm not hanging out with you guys in the morning, then I usually go outside immediately whenever I wake up. Granted, I have some coffee, you know, and then go out to the garden. We'll usually water before the sun hits the garden bed. But that's just timing and routine. I was gonna take you guys out to the garden, so then it would have been about 4 hours now after I've woken up, or 5 or 6 by that time, maybe even 7 because we're gonna eat right now. So yeah, sun every day. And then I try to sleep with my curtain open and the blinds shut. That way I can just get some natural light whenever I wake up. But yeah, no, sunlight's not the issue. Trust me, I need the sun or else I'm no good. So no, I didn't get. They prescribed me a antibiotic and then just an anti-inflammatory. That's it. I didn't get any narcotics or you know. Also, the anesthesia that I had was just an oral anesthetic, and then 4 shots for numbing and laughing gas. So the combination of all three was pretty good. And that day was like the base pain for me. Everything else was just like a dull pain, so it wasn't too bad. Hello, hello. What about for the pain? Best sleep ever. If I wasn't drinking caffeine, yeah, I know for that month I was sleeping like I used to take naps like after high school. Like when I'd come home from school, I would take a nap. It'd be like so easy for me to fall asleep, and I don't know if that was partly due to routine and timing by then, but I know that, yeah, like I was sleeping so good. So good. Better than I ever had. But the first time I had coffee since that, whenever I took that month off, it was almost like I don't even want to compare it to like a euphoric feeling, but partly it was just kind of like such a surge of energy and joy and like, you know, kind of like an upper almost. Whenever I did have my first sip of caffeine after that. So it really made me realize just like how much it affected my mood. And then the dependency, obviously, because the first 2 weeks, whenever I quit, I had major headaches, major migraine headaches. Terrible, 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 terrible. But let's have another meal. I'm gonna leave that on the charger. Let's go take a look at the garden. We'll go together. Um, I'm gonna heat up the food while we do that. So let's go. I don't want to leave this on. I think we should. We'll have a little bit of chicken and rice just to get our fuel back up. It smells like coffee in here. Okay, let's heat up our food. Mm. Appreciate you guys for the like. Let's have another. This is going to be one of our last ones. I have a little bit of. I have some spring mix in this one. I got frozen, so it kind of might not be as good. I have half a cup of rice in here. This one has veggies and rice and a little bit of chicken. I think we'll go with this one. I don't know if I'm ever gonna finish this one because it doesn't even look good to me anymore. Oh, what's this? I have another one in here with chicken and a tomato. Which one, chat? It sounds both terrible and boring. I have roasted Roma tomato, a half of it, half a cup of rice, half a cup of jasmine rice. That was made with bay leaf, salt, and some olive oil. And then shredded chicken. I have a little bit of a quarter of an onion that's charred, half cup of jasmine rice made the same way, a little bit of spring mix, and then some shredded chicken. I feel like I shouldn't have the tomato because I'm gonna get a little bit of indigestion since I had coffee. So I'll probably just have this. Okay, we'll heat it up for 2 minutes. Let's go outside. We'll go outside. Where are my shoes? Padme. Look at her. Look at you. She's so cute. She's sleepy. She woke up as soon as I took the camera off of her. Also, this is uneven. Where are my shoes? I need to find my shoes. Okay. Let's see. Where are my shoes? Well, oh, they're over here. Okay, and then I don't have my hat. One day we're gonna get a gimbal so it's not so shaky, you guys. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look at what we have out here. Oh, a little butterfly. Can you see her? Hello? Where'd she go? Oh, she's over there. No. Oh my God. Where are you? Oh, she's right here. Hi, lady. She's so pretty. She's fast. Okay. We have some seed snails in here. Also, I think this was a bad area for them. They didn't do so good. Aloe vera there. That's the one we got from the side of the road. And yeah, they're not doing good. Um, Literally nothing came of that. Holy motherfucking shit. Ugh, there was a bee. Oh my God. I can't. Okay, another aloe vera here, and she is ready for harvest. That one is our jade plant. She's completely full. Love her. Another succulent there. They're doing great. This one's crowned a lot. She's got some babies that are doing good. She has a spider that's been paying her a visit, but that's okay. That is necessary because I don't want to take care of the bugs. We'll let the spider do that. Okay. We have our tomatoes here, and this one is dedicated for all of our live stream chats. This is specifically dedicated to our Twitch family. We have some cherry tomatoes, another 2 cherry tomatoes, another 2 with some true leaves. So there's those. Another 2. And really, I want to cut back a couple of those already. I think I know which ones I want to keep. We're going to do 3 on this side. 1, 2, 3 plants. And we'll just cut away the ones that are not as important or not as big. And these ones are the Cherokee tomatoes. I'm going to keep both of those seedlings. Also, that one right there, she kind of like fell over. So she's no longer with us, unfortunately. That's our Cherokee ones. These ones are indeterminate tomatoes. They're heirlooms. They'll be bigger. And by the time they mature and produce fruit, the fruit on those ones will be about 12 to 16 ounces, which is really good. And then I'm gonna have to scoot that plant over. But this one was the very first sprout that we have. You can notice that she's the tallest and the most full with the most true leaves. I also mounded the dirt all the way up to the base of the leaves there. They have these little tiny little hairs along the sides of their stems. and they basically can root from their stem uh, all up along the stem up into the base of the true leaves. So once it gets up to maybe about 6 inches or 10 inches or 8, I'm gonna lay it down into the bed and like have it produce more roots, become a little bit of a stronger plant. And then eventually we'll have a little bit of these. There'll be 2 plants here, 3 plants on that one. I'm gonna get some cattle panel, arch it over, and then use some T-posts to keep it in place. Cattle panels over there. And then that will be our arch for the tomatoes whenever they start to vine and stuff like that. And then we'll string them up with a little bit of kite string. And that's basically it. They're still a little moist on the topsoil, so I'm not gonna water right now. I'm gonna check out the food that we got in the microwave here. Let's see. Keep this. Oh man. Okay, there. I don't know why this keeps doing that. The one thing I don't like about this tripod is that it really gets like I don't know, it gets loose. I hate it. And it swivels a lot. I don't know. I don't like it. I've had a lot of tripods and I could tell this one is not it. Okay, a little bit of my spring mix is literally wilted. I should have took it out. Only a little bit of chicken and a lot of rice, which is in our benefit because I need what do you call it? I forgot what I was gonna say already. Yeah, I need to eat. I'm tired. Okay, a little bit of soy sauce. I will do half a packet. I should have saved my other packet. I didn't think I was gonna have another one of these so soon. Half a packet of soy sauce. Our water here. Let's fill up the water. Okay. Close this up. Whoa. I can't wait for these to be finished. I can't because I want to make new meals already. Have some water. And nope, my bad. Okay, lift this up a touch. Okay. Appreciate you guys for the likes. And a little bit of BBQ. Okay. About a tablespoon and a half. Just on the chicken. I covered the salad a little bit too because it's just pitiful. It's literally a pinch of salad. It's not even, I don't know what I was thinking. Not even a lot in here. I guess for color, I don't know what I was thinking. Um, but that's what we have. A little bit of jasmine rice with some soy sauce, a roasted onion. Ugh, I can't wait to make meal prep. It's gonna be so good. And then some chicken there. And that's it. That's it. That's all. Have a little bit of these carbs first because they're gonna give us some energy. I don't know. Next time I kind of want to do lemon potatoes. And that's another thing. I want to take lemon potatoes to camp They're kind of like crispy. They're crispy, they're crunchy. They have a really prominent lemon taste. Oh god damn. Um, that's it really. They're good. You guys will like them. Um, and they're rosemary. They have rosemary in them too. Just really good. Should I read you guys a list of the groceries I'm gonna take to Coachella? Some of the food items for camping. Also, I think we're gonna have a flat top grill this year. Mm, at some point, I thought we weren't anymore, but I think we're still gonna get it from one of our friends who's not going anymore, but they said they could let us borrow it, possibly. But if that's the case, then the list of food I bring might stay the same. If we don't get the grill, it will have to change. Or I might be buying food this year when I'm there. Mm, trying to find the list. Okay, I found it. Okay. I'm gonna bring two coolers this year. I usually bring one. Mm, I usually bring one, but I think this year I'm just gonna have one cooler with drinks, tequila, mixer, and fruit. I think that was what I'll do. Mm, the other one, I'll have the kimchi in there. It'll be low traffic. Because here's the thing, I don't want to keep all of my items in one cooler this year because I realized that I kept like reaching into the cooler for certain items that basically didn't compromise the other food in there, but it definitely brought the temperature down a lot. So I figured I could just separate my coolers based on high traffic and low traffic. I know it sounds crazy, but it's really like expensive to buy ice out there. So I would do anything to maintain the amount of ice that I have. And the key is keep that cooler closed, baby. Mm-hmm. And get what you need and keep that bitch shut. And that's it. So that's all. Mm. And the second one for low traffic, I want to do kimchi, frozen sausage, butter, butter, almond milk. I'm gonna bring steak and veggies. And I'll probably bring like broccolini and potatoes because they're kind of more hardy when it comes to traveling. So I think that's what I'm going to use for my carb source. Because usually I bring rice, but this year I'm going to bring potatoes. Potatoes and veggies. My phone's going to die. And the key, I think, I'll pre-freeze everything, even water bottles, because they become like ice packs basically. Mm, I'll do the ice at the bottom, layer in some meat, the dairy. I'll layer more ice, and then on the top, I'll keep the veggies basically. Mm, and then that way, all the drinks can be in like a separate place, and it'll just be nice that they won't get too warm, you know, because I realistically, the drinks will be just gone the quickest, you know. Mm, and I won't have to fish around in a cooler with everything. And thankfully, I'll have enough space to do that too, to be able to bring two. So yeah, it'll be nice. Yeah, I think our list is on the other phone, so let's see. Did chat move or no? I don't know if it got slower. Okay. Almost done. Also, I want to make a sumac dressing because I really want to like kind of make like food bowls when I'm there. But instead of having a salad there to dress because it will definitely wilt in the heat, I want to just bring proteins that would complement like a sumac dressing and then layer in my potatoes and veggies and just coat those in the dressing. But that's if I have time and if I can even find sumac at the store. So I might have to go to an Asian grocery store to find that. Mm, but yeah, we're almost done with this one. Mm, I feel like we're coming back to life now. We have been hanging out all day so far, chat. All day so far. Mm. Okay, let's track that. Have a bit of water. Okay, let's see. Okay, track half a cup of jasmine rice, 2 ounces of shredded chicken, excuse me, breast, shredded chicken breast from rotisserie chicken, a quarter of an onion, a pinch of spring mix, which is probably negligible at that point, and then a tablespoon and a half of rich and sassy Famous Dave's barbecue sauce. Mhm. Mm, okay. Our new macro so far. I really should get up a little bit higher to the with this, but let's see. We have let's just say 770 calories so far, 77 grams protein, 85 carb, 18 grams of fat. And then with our net, with our workout like included, it'll be, I would say, around 700 to 625, but who knows? Let's see. And then I'm gonna give it 20 to 40 minutes. We're gonna just chill. Excuse me. We're gonna just chill and relax a little bit. We can hang out and just chat. We're gonna be on live for, we've already went and gotten to see the garden there. I'm gonna pee again. We have to do the compost. I have to take the compost out, and then do a little bit of a Pilates workout. I'm just gonna wait for my energy to increase again because it did deplete from doing like busy work editing this morning. We already walked on the treadmill for 40 minutes. We already got 2K steps in for the day. It's 1:22 p.m. now, and we've been streaming, so that does take a lot of like mental capacity, bandwidth out of me. So you know obviously we need energy to do that. Gonna let it kind of come back up to like a baseline, and then we'll start our Pilates workout. So I hate it. I definitely feel like I just keep getting stuff in my teeth from the extractions, but it'll go away soon, hopefully. Okay. Let's see. We might take a small break. I'm gonna probably decompress for a little bit. The phone is gonna die. I might have to charge that and then come back for a workout. And it'd be nice that way I can just like mentally rest for a little bit. Mm. Okay. All right, chat. We're gonna hang out. After a while, I'm gonna take a rest. Hopefully you guys are able to have a good day, that you're able to get some rest, that you get done whatever you need to get done today, that you're able to show up for yourself. Don't if I could recommend advice, um something that I was talking about with one of my friends before I left, um just last stream, before I came on, I was talking about it briefly, but I just like to add, um and I've been kind of having this conversation in my private life, you know, here and there, but comparison, and I know this is probably like one of those hot topics that people like constantly talk about on social media. It's mainstream to talk about it even, and at this point it's a little fucking corny, but I was just talking with somebody recently that I was training. They're one of my clients for weight loss, and they're expressing to me that sometimes they are having, maybe when they're reaching a point of failure, or if they have setbacks, to have realizations to, you know, unlearn and relearn what they're supposed to be doing in terms of, what's healthy for them, and actually what will give them a true downward trend for long term, and not just like a short term gain, of like, dopamine, of like losing quickly or whatever the case is, but doing it steady and slow. And they're telling me that sometimes, although they'll have wins, and like we'll be working together and things work out, and 1 week they're pound down or whatever the case is, whatever the win is, 3 workouts, eating well and not going past a certain amount of calories, whatever it is. And they'll get on social media, and then they admitted they would kind of feel more or less like, um, despite them having wins, they'll feel like they're still behind because other people are making the journey look easy. Other people are making the journey look faster for them, or more possible, or more enjoyable, or they just seem more capable, or they don't seem like they're struggling to do what they're doing, sort of comparing herself to somebody's end result or their maintenance. So, and whether you're a man or woman, it really doesn't matter, because, sometimes I've had conversations with men where it's kind of like, oh yeah, I'm not in my prime anymore. My body's not, the same age it was whenever I was able to have more of a surge of testosterone, or to work out and, have faster recovery, or whatever the case is, or, with age testosterone declines slightly or a lot for for some men, your energy is not the same, whatever the case is. Everybody's got their own, so no matter what, though, um, I was trying to reassure her that if it helps, go through some of the things that you're seeing on your screen, literally touch the 3 dots, and then say, select an option that says uninterested. It'll then give you a questionnaire, or, a second set of questions that say why would this video be uninteresting in your feed or algorithm, why did you want YouTube to push it again. And then you would select another reason, and sometimes it's more of an in-depth reason. It's too boring, it's irrelevant, sometimes there'll be like, there's like a whole bunch of other options of why you would click why I don't want to watch this. But for me, if it's during a time of myself being in a deficit, like now, trying to lose weight for a particular goal, I will always push the irrelevant button, or the dislike button, or not the dislike one, but don't show me this, or uninterested, manually, for food that is purely for entertainment or to get people to watch. And it's usually food that isn't good for you, or it's extravagant looking, or it's really decadent, or, it's covered in fucking cheese, and it's, a long way. Like, it's literally like just crazy ass food. Um, it's like novelty. And that, or very extremely attractive people that I might even want to feel inclined to compare myself to, or to want to have a body type like them, or, whatever the case is, comparing their results, comparing their maintenance, and then just getting rid of visual cravings or opportunities to crave, and really shaping my algorithm to be in line with my goals. And that's really helped me a lot. And I'm thankful that I used to do that even whenever I first started using the internet, whenever I was, in junior high, high school, and stuff like that. So that has always been a part of my journey. And I'm, much older now, but it's always helped. um it's always helped. And back then it was just Instagram posts or Pinterest posts, but now it's my YouTube feed, it's my Instagram shorts, it's TikTok, or whatever app that I'm engaging with, where I'm seeing stuff, you know so easily accessible, basically. And like, that's quite literally what these apps are supposed to do. So try to be self-aware and realize that everything can be a trigger, um for your subconscious to want to start thinking about certain foods, to want to start thinking about, disregarding your workouts, or dismissing your progress, or dismissing your workouts, or dismissing, the reality of the fact that it's your life and nobody else's, and that you still have an opportunity to make progress and to celebrate your particular wins, because they're yours, nobody else's. So maybe your wins don't look like everybody else's. Maybe yours are very minute and tiny and a fraction of somebody else's. Uh, Comparison is the thief of joy. So mitigate that as much as you can, control that, and be aware of it as much as you possibly can. Don't let anybody rob you of that, not even yourself, by you not choosing what you consume on the internet, by you choosing to be in your ego, to think that, oh, that's not happening to me. Just give it a try. That's all I can ever say, is just try it. It's helped me. I don't know if it'll help anybody else, whatever. And I don't think they really understood what I was trying to say, so I'll probably have to repeat that one. But um hopefully I'm making sense. And do whatever you have to do to set yourself up, basically, to be successful. And if you have to get out of your own way, or if you're so emotionally tied to certain things that you watch, and you can't let go of a certain kind of engagement or entertainment, I mean, and you don't realize that you engaging with it is actually setting you back subliminally, or subconsciously. Like, you watched something a week ago, and then all of a sudden you have a craving for what you actually watched a week ago. Pay attention to those things. Okay. And you probably heard it too, surround yourself by people who are like-minded like you, or who want the same things as you, or already have been able to seize results, and are maybe even at a better standpoint than you are in terms of that journey. Someone to admire, someone to learn from. you know Certainly, it's more, you know, it's hard to really understand that. You think that you wouldn't be influenced by someone that you're surrounding yourself by, but quite literally, it's already happening to you every day, whenever you're watching whatever you're watching on your phone, or whatever you're watching on TV, or whatever the case is. You are what you eat. And this is another way that you'd be consuming something, food for thought. You're learning things, I'm sure. You're entertained by certain things. Sometimes that's people's means to be able to get you to engage in general. Sometimes it is, engage, entertain, educate, to get you guys to watch. So just be aware of just be aware, that's all. So, just like I told that person, comparison is the thief of joy. Definitely don't feel like you aren't entitled to your progress and your wins, and they're very much yours. If they are true and factual and obviously progress, and certainly not anything that sets you back, or it's not failure or obvious decline, even if it's small, incremental, you need to celebrate it. You need to give yourself credit. don't let that be an opportunity for you to self sabotage, though. Don't take it for granted either. That should be enough to keep you going. And of course, every other aspect of your life that you'd be winning in, but you need to celebrate it because it's not your goals a lot of the time for fat loss are so incremental, and that your results are incremental over the course of time. It's very rare that someone will lose 20 pounds in a week. So, yeah, by the end of each week, you're going to basically see your wins be this tiny, a pound, half a pound, you know, you said no to this fast food place. You stayed on your goal. It's not a very obvious change or a very obvious, it's not like a transformation video that you see on YouTube. So just keep that in mind that, of course, it's going to be small wins. Of course, it's not going to be so obviously different as you're going through it, and especially as you start. So, got to stick through with it for you to see obvious change. And once you finally get to that point, it gets easier. It gets so much easier. So I encourage you, and I know you can do it. And if you're watching this and you needed to hear that, I hope so. I hope so. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys after a while.